Welcome back, everybody. My name is Gnome, bringing you yet another Mortal Kombat X tutorial. This tutorial is going to teach you how to use Kanos Brutalities. So, right off the bat, feel free to pick any variation you want. I'm going to start with the Cutthroat variation, as that is how it comes in order of the Brutality list. But feel free to pick any variation you want. Hop down to the description if you'd like to skip to a specific Brutality. Otherwise, if you're interested in learning all the Brutalities, let's get right into it. Alright guys, so we're going to be starting off with the Ballin Brutality, and this is performed in any variation for Kano. Now, there are some key steps to this variation that you may not be able to pull off in every match, so I'm just warning you now, don't expect to be able to do this in every match, because this example right here is you have to kill your enemy while they are blocking and destroy them with chip damage, and that's not something that is easily done necessarily in every match. You certainly will be able to do it in some matches, but again, this is going to be one of the more tougher ones to pull off. And to do this, what chip damage is when your enemy is blocking, it is when you are attacking them, and their health will slowly chip away, you'll notice. Now, in order to do this, your final hit has to come from the air ball, which I will now demonstrate real quick, which is back forward A on the Xbox and back forward X on the PlayStation. And there you go, a quick example of the air ball. Now, as you can see, I have 2 special bars filled up. You're going to need to expend 1 special bar after you collide with your enemy. Now, here we go. Remember, back forward A and then hit R2 as you collide with your enemy. And there we go. So, again, a key thing to this, your enemy is going to have to be blocking. So, here to help me, it's my little Mr. Gnome, as I am the Gnome Lord after all. I'm going to place him down on my block key, and there we go. And again, back forward A, and then hit the right trigger as you collide with your enemy. So here we go. And one more time. There we go. Very nice. So, there we go. There's the Ballin Brutality. Let's move on to the next one. Alright guys, so next up we have the Terminate Brutality, and this can be performed in any variation, which is very useful. It is quite easy to pull off. Now, in order to do this, you need 3 throws to connect throughout both rounds in your fight, and you need to be able to hold the up on the D-pad during your final throw, which is going to be the final hit, in fact, and which causes the Brutality. So, let's give a quick example. We have 1 round left. Easy enough. You just want to land 3 throws. There's 1. There's 2. And there is 3. Okay. And once you have 3 throws rather, all you need to do is, of course, get your enemy's health down low enough as you have now meeting the criteria to cause the Brutality. Now, I find it key that when you're holding the up on the directional pad that you make sure to start pushing it, especially while those final hits of his head are colliding in the throw. So here we go. Let's do it real quick. And there we go. Again, the way I like to do it is I hit the up on the directional pad 3 times, 1 for every time his hit collides. His head collides 3 times during that throw generally. And on that third throw, third hit, if anything, it is very vital to make sure your head collides and you push up. So there you go, guys. We're going to move on to the next Brutality. Alright, guys. So next up we have Just the Tip, a Brutality that can only be performed in Kano's Cutthroat variation. Now, in order to do this, you need to go 5 seconds at least 5 seconds throughout the final round in the fight without getting hit at all. That can be kind of tough. 5 seconds isn't that bad, luckily, but again, you can't get hit for at least 5 seconds. And once you do that, you know, you're welcome to get hit as many times as you want after that, but you have to go, again, at least a 5-second duration without taking any damage at all. And next, finally, you're going to have to finish that up with a Bloody Slice, which is back down square on the PlayStation or back down X on the Xbox. And you have to make sure it is powered up with the right trigger. So, I'm going to give you a quick example. Here's the regular Slice on its own. And then here it is when you charge it up. Now, again, as long as you have gone at least 5 seconds without getting hit in the final round, that's been no problem for me. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so again, there we go. We've already confirmed that it's 5 seconds. And again, your final hit has to come from your Bloody Slash that's been charged. So here we go. And there we have it. Split him right down the middle as usual. Very nice. Alright, onwards we go to the next brutality. Alright guys, so next up we have Glaring Light, and this can only be performed in the Cybernetic variation. Now this is definitely one of the much more tougher ones to pull off. You're definitely going to want to be good with combos and being able to go from one move to another very quickly. Otherwise, you're going to have some trouble pulling this off. So you need to land a 5-hit combo and finish that 5-hit combo with a enhanced upward laser, which is, of course, the supercharged version. And the reason this can be tough is because of your timing. You need to be able to first get your enemy up in the air, because the enhanced upward laser, of course, shoots diagonally. So in order to do this, you're going to want to... I have a combo I'm going to demonstrate for you in a moment. So here we go. So as you can see right under my health bar, we have the Gut Blast combo. This was performed with back Y, A, and then Y and B at the same time. Or if you are using the PlayStation controller, it is back triangle, X, and then triangle and circle at the same time. So here we go. I'm going to demonstrate it normally real quick. There we go. Okay. And so what's key to doing this combo is you're going to need to use the enhanced version of the Gut Bust. So I will now demonstrate that again. And as you can see, it sends our enemy up in the air. Now that's very key to pulling this off. But again, once your enemy goes up in the air, this is a very key part. You're going to want to take a couple steps forward, or you're not going to be able to get that shot in with the cybernetic eye. So, I think we can demonstrate this. Again, back forward A is the normal eye, and when you use the upgraded version of the eye, you're going to need to hit your enemy. So let me see if I can pull this off. I don't know for sure that I'll be able to do this in one go, but for the sake of the video, hopefully. So again, back forward, you got to do your upgraded Gut Blast, and then walk forward and fire off the upward eye blast. So I'll do my best to show that visually. There we go. So again, hopefully you notice I took 2 steps forward in order to fully fill out the full distance that I would require. Now, apologies for this. I'm going to see if I can hopefully fill up my enhanced bar just enough without killing myself so that I can pull off. Okay, good. We have just enough special to be able to pull off this move. And hopefully I can get it right for you guys. We only have 14 seconds left, so I don't have any time to spare. So here we go. Do it just as I explained if you get the chance. And there we go, guys. Kanos Brutality. Hopefully I was able to explain that one well enough for you. It's very difficult, so please excuse me if I was unable to really describe it well enough. But hopefully the demonstration you saw in front of you was at least somewhat of an example enough to help you. So onwards to the next one. Alright guys, so here we are with the Wham Bam Brutality, and this can only be performed in the Commando variation. Now in order to do this, you're going to need to push down 3 times on the directional pad while the final hit is in action, apologies. And you're going to need to do a power slam or a power bomb if you prefer to use the enhanced version. So I'm going to demonstrate right now what that is. Now this is down, forward, back B on the Xbox, and down, forward, back circle on the PlayStation. That is not it at all. There we go. This is the one we want. Okay, so you can also do an enhanced version of that, so that's what we're going to do right now. And again, it just has to be the final hit, and that's really all there's to it. Make sure you push down 3 times while the final hit is in action. And there we go, my friends. Again, very key. Push down 3 times while the animation is playing, or you will not get the brutality. Again, I've lost many brutality opportunities not doing that, which is why I stress it so much. But, you know, just keep that in mind. Down 3 times for this one. So onwards to the final and last brutality. Alright guys, so last up we have the pop off brutality, and this is performed in Commando variation for Kano. Now this one is actually a little bit like the Liu Kang brutality if you saw in my other video, in the sense that you have to tap X and Y very rapidly during the final move to pull this off. Now it's very easy to do the final move. It's a simple choke, one of Kano's very classic moves, and again you're going to tap X or Y, or in my case triangle and square right here and right here. Now I'm going to demonstrate it on camera as best I can in order to show you how exactly how I tap. So here's a quick example: down, forward, X, or down, forward, square, depending on your game system. Here's the choke. And again, now we just have to lower their health down just enough. And that should do it. Again, and do the choke, and I'm going to hit triangle and square while I do this with my two fingers right here, because it seems to be the easiest way. I tap them very rapidly like that, if that makes sense to you. So here we go. Let me get into the move position, and there we go. Hopefully that was enough of a demonstration for you to get it yourself. It shouldn't be too hard to tap the fingers, since you're not going to need to go right back into a fight after if this is indeed the final move. So there we go, guys. Those are all of Kano's brutalities. Hopefully this video helped you out a little. If it did help you out, please leave me a like down below letting me know, or a comment letting me know that it helped you. And if you'd like to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe, because I promise you there's plenty more coming. So without any further ado, thank you all very much for joining me for this episode. We'll see you next time, guys. Stay safe, stay happy. There we have it, my friends. This is actually one of the coolest brutalities I've seen so far, because as you can see, he wears their faces and he can still blink with it, which I think is really cool. Alright, so we're going to move on. Here we go. Alright guys, so here we are with the Have a Nice Day